All right, guys, we're doing some fun UFC videos down here. Yeah, here at the Westgate. We're doing 238, but we've already got 241 and 242 out. So why I got VR here? He's a busy man doing Fox UFC stuff all the time. Our light just died, but that's okay. I just want to look at. I want to look at his brown, especially not next to you. It's just terrible. All right, let's talk about UFC 241. Stipe Miocic, Daniel Cormier. Miocic, just a small small underdog here, plus 120. I thought DC was done. Last time, I actually got to meet DC one time. Really nice guy, and he told me he was done.
Great guy.
And now here he is, fighting once again.
Yeah, he did 2 of the episodes with us, 1 or 2 of the episodes. And he is exactly what you said, a great guy. He still has that fire.
Yeah.
That's the problem. And more importantly, he's still so capable that the handlers that he trusts, the people around him, although they let him know he's successful enough, he's financially set up enough, he has enough going on with training, he's a wrestling coach, he has businesses, he's well, taken care of, himself and his family, he's still good enough to beat the best on the planet. In fact, he's up there as top pound for pound. So it's hard to walk away when that's the case.
Jason Witten just went back to playing the NFL after 1 year of not, because why not? If you're still good enough, do it.
Exactly. Why would you walk away when you're still winning? He just beat the heavyweight champ. Like, why would you walk away? I mean, it's a great time to walk away. And I think the problem with that as far as motivation is going to be for Cormier, listen, he's a professional. That guy, when he's time to flip the switch on, few come as prepared as Cormier. And that's why I like him in this rematch. They do well usually in main events, rematches. The guy who wins the first one usually wins the second one, and even easier the second time. It's going to be hard for him to do so because he knocked him out in the first round, but I just think Cormier should be a bigger favorite. So if you like Cormier,
you need to bet him now. This fight's August 17th, but if you like Cormier, bet him now because he's going to get bet up.
Yeah, the thing I worry about though is that all the talk about you touched on Cormier. Does he still want to fight? Is he motivated for this one? He said he didn't want to fight Stipe. So you may see some money come in on Stipe, but I think the short money will be on Cormier, and the short money is what moves the lines. And for me, at minus 140, I think he should be about a 2-1 favorite, believe it or not.
Okay, let's move on. Nate Diaz, Anthony Pettis, Diaz, $5 underdog. This is going to be a really good fight. I mean, the line says it all. UFC 241, talking some futures with VR. VR, your thoughts on this welterweight bout?
Here's the problem and why I haven't bet this fight yet. Pettis looked too good in the way he won in spectacular fashion. In a fight, he was actually losing. He beat Josh Thompson, Wonderboy Thompson, with a Superman punch jumping off the fence, even though he had been getting lit up for 1, 2, or 3 rounds. Now, granted, he won the fight. That's what you're supposed to do. But the reason I bring that up is not that it wasn't a legit win, because it was, but his stock now skyrocketed. And when you're fighting Nate Diaz, that's not what you want, because he's usually the guy, the name. And what happens is, I want to look to bet, sir.
Now you're telling Nate Diaz he's the underdog.
Exactly. Now you're getting Diaz as an underdog, where that wouldn't have been the case, even with the layoff, even with all that. Once they show roll tape and it's him choking out McGregor, rest assured, they're going to go running to bet Diaz. But, again, you're not getting that value because of the fact Pettis coming off that big win, man. So sometimes they just price it right. It'll be interesting to see where this line goes. And sometimes you sit back, see where the market moves it, and then jump in.
All right, last but not least, Dustin Poirier versus Khabib. Nurma.
Try it. Come on.
I can't.
Give it a shot. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. And I'll get you one of them hats from
Kazakhstan. I am so terrible with
Nurmagomedov.
Nurmagomedov. Okay, I'm going to practice this.
Khabib.
Nurmagomedov. I'm just going to practice it like 17 times in a row. All right. Listen. Khabib, minus 450. Listen, I laid the big chalk with Khabib over McGregor. I was at this fight party watching it, and everybody was on McGregor, and so I knew I had a winning ticket. Is that kind of what we're seeing here?
Yeah, here's the situation. You're not getting much value to bet Khabib, but it's the Mayweather effect all over again.
Okay.
They're gonna market it magnificently leading up to the fight, and they're gonna tell us all the reasons why Dustin Poirier is his biggest threat to date going into the octagon. And they're gonna do a great job of selling it. And they should, because Dustin Poirier is a stud and he is a threat. But the man hasn't been beaten yet, a la Floyd Mayweather. And until you figure out that puzzle, don't tell me you got it figured out and you know where to put the pieces. I need to see it before I believe it. So for me, it looks attractive getting 350 on a live Dustin Poirier, but I haven't seen anyone even threaten Nurmagomedov, let alone beat him. For me, it's Khabib or leave it alone.
All right, I lost my paper there for a second, guys. The Greek, he has beaten the books 5 straight seasons, 62-27, that's 70% for you guys following along at home. In 2018, 35-19, this year 66% for the first time ever. You can receive his entire UFC card for $49. Head over to WagerTalk.com to pick that one up, guys.
Thanks for having me.